First thing we'll need to do is establish our seats. Every player has a seat with a number on it. So starting here, we have seat 1, seat 2, seat 3, the eminent seat 4, seat 5, seat 6. Every player also starts out with 3 prestige. So we'll use beads for this. Everyone's got their 3 prestige. Next, we'll give out clan cards. The clan cards will be dealt face up, so all of the other players know which clan belongs to which player. The clans also have special abilities that they can use over the course of play. So we'll start here. There we've got our Ventru. Our, who is that? The Tremere. Toreador. I'll be the Malkavian. Our Gangrel. And our Bruja. Players also have a loyalty. Unlike the clan cards, the loyalty cards are going to be dealt face down. Don't let anybody see your loyalty card. You can't actually turn it over until the end of the game. This is going to be the secret sect to which you belong. So that goes there, goes there, here, 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 here. You can, of course, look at your own loyalty, so take a look at that and confirm who you are. Again, remember, the Sabbat are going to know who each other are, while the Camarilla aren't going to know each other's identities. But there are only 2 Sabbat in the 6-player game, and there are going to be 4 Camarilla vampires. So the Sabbat players have the benefit of knowing who each other are, but having fewer players, obviously, while the Camarilla players have the numerical advantage, but they don't know each other's identities. Now that everyone has their loyalty card, we'll give the Sabbat players a chance to get to know each other. So, on the count of 3, everyone's going to tip their heads down, and the Sabbat are going to have a chance to look up, see who each other are, and then everyone will bring their heads up at the same time. So, 1, 2, 3, heads down. Sabbat, on the count of 3, lift your heads up and confirm each other's identities. 1, 2, 3. All right, Sabbat, put your heads down, and on the count of 3, everyone lift your heads back up again. 1, 2, 3. All right, so now the Sabbat know who each other are. The Camarilla remain ignorant of each other's identities, but we'll figure it out as we go. Next, we'll choose our traits. Every player will have a hand of 4 cards in their traits. There are 3 different kinds of traits. There are physical traits, mental traits, and social traits. Each trait type has a value associated with it. So for example, physical 2, physical 3, or physical 5. These are going to be used to satisfy the intrigues. The intrigues also have a trait type associated with them. So for example, we might need to overcome a physical intrigue, in which case the physical traits will be contributing toward that goal. Any other trait types mixed into that will subtract from that number value. So if the number value for the physical intrigue, let's say it's an intrigue of 8, if there are 8 points worth of physical intrigue or physical traits or greater in there, the intrigue will succeed. But if there are other mental social traits in there, they will subtract from that value. So if there are 8 physical points less 2 mental points, then the intrigue fails. Players can have their choice of traits they want. I like to take 1, 2, 3, 1 of each, and then mix it up with the other one. Feel free to grab whatever traits you want there. Next, we'll turn over the Intrigue cards to see what challenges we'll be facing. You'll see also that the trait types on the intrigues match the trait types that each player has in their hand. It has a praxis value. The Camarilla is trying to get 10 praxis points worth of intrigues before the Sabbat accumulates 3 intrigues of whatever value. And it also lists a number of players who are going to be necessary to take part in that intrigue. Whenever someone chooses an intrigue, they will also choose that number of players to take part in that intrigue, and everyone will contribute traits, as we mentioned before. For example, this is a mental intrigue. Traits that are of the mental type contributed to this intrigue will help to make it successful. Physical and social traits contributed to this mental intrigue will actually subtract from it. So that's how the Sabbat plays. They sneak in cards that are offsuit effectively, and they cause the intrigue to fail. If the intrigue succeeds, it belongs to the Camarilla. It scores that number of praxis points. If the intrigue fails, it belongs to the Sabbat. The Sabbat need 3 failed intrigues of whatever value So you need to be careful how many you fail. You do want some to fail because that gives you information. That tells you, okay, one of this group of players is the Sabbat, which lets you make your decisions in the future. So from now, we will assume that I have the Prince's favor. Normally this is randomized, but we're just gonna have me do it here. And I'm going to choose this intrigue here. This intrigue is a physical intrigue. It is a difficulty of 5. It's worth 1 praxis point, and it requires 3 players. So as the player with the Prince's favor, I think I'm going to choose the Ventru to join me on this intrigue. And because it is a physical intrigue, I think I'll take our Bruja as well. All right? So now, as the player who chose the intrigue, who has the Prince's favor, I choose who contributes trait cards first. So I'm going to ask you to contribute cards first as the Bruja player. This is a physical intrigue, so if you are a loyal Camarilla member, you probably want to contribute physical traits. If you're a Sabbat, you probably want to sneak in some offsuit cards, some mental or some social cards. You can put in as many cards as you like, but if you are loyal, you want them to be of the same type. So go ahead and put in as many cards as you like. 2, sounds good. Mr. Ventru, you're also in on the hand or in on the intrigue with us. Go ahead and put in as many cards as you like. We'll put in 1 here, and since I am on the intrigue as well, make sure I've got the ones here. I will put in 2. Now we're going to shuffle these so we don't know who contributed what. We do know who contributed how many. That's not necessarily going to help us here. All right, so for this intrigue, it is a physical difficulty of 5. We have a physical score of 2, so we're headed in the right direction here. A physical score of 3, that's a total of 5. Looking good. Here's a mental trait. That subtracts its value. It subtracts 3, so now we're back down to 2. Here's another mental trait. It's another mental 3. That subtracts 3 more, so now we're at -1. And here's a physical of 3, bringing us back for a total of 2. But the difficulty was 5, so this intrigue fails. It goes to the Sabbat. So now we know, among us, one of us is dirty. These go to their discard piles. Physical, mental, physical, physical. And now, since we've played cards, we're a little short on our resources. But before that happens, what we need to do is assign prestige. We've now had an intrigue. The intrigue failed, but now we need to do a prestige award. So everyone is going to, on the count of 3, hold up a number of fingers. That number of fingers should indicate a seat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. The people indicated by each player are going to get prestige from the center of the table. So on the count of 3, let's indicate one of our seats. You probably don't want to give it to seat 1 since we're pretty sure that that's the Sabbat over there, right? On the count of 3, hold up some fingers. 1, 2, 3. All right, starting with seat 1, gives a prestige award to seat 5. Seat 2 awards it to 6. Seat 3 awards it to player 4. Player 4 awards it to seat 3. Player 5 awards it to seat 2. And seat 6 also awards it to seat 4. Looks good. All right, so I end up with the most prestige. So for the next hand, I will keep the Prince's favor. We'll now also turn over a new intrigue to replace the one that has already been played. We'll see that this new one is a physical 13. It's worth 3 praxis points, so it's very valuable to the Camarilla, but it also requires 4 players. So now there's even greater risk of a Sabbat player being put on that. And now's a chance to also replenish our hands. Those of us who played cards, you'll see that we're down some cards. At the end of an intrigue, at the end of a turn, everyone gets a chance to draw 1 more card up to their maximum hand size of 4. So those of you who weren't on an intrigue yet, you won't have to draw any additional cards. But those of us who were on an intrigue can draw cards. Obviously, since I played a social or a physical on that last one, I definitely want to take a physical trait on this one. Yeah, there we go. Mr. Sabat Venture.
Take a physical trait.
Okay, so everyone's playing coy on this one. So now I have the Prince's favor unless someone wants to use prestige to try to usurp it from me.
I'm tired of you calling me Sabat. I'll bid 2.
Okay, our Ventru has bid 2 prestige to take the Prince's favor from me. If I wanted to outbid him, I would have to spend 3, and I think I will. So I'm gonna keep the Prince's favor. Now you're gonna have to come up with 4 to take it from me. I see you don't have 4. What if another player wants to help you out here? I don't like the way that looks, Mr. Gangrel. I don't like the way that looks. But this is too pricey for my blood. Get it? My blood. Your prestige goes to the pool. My prestige, due to my failed bid, also goes to the pool. The Prince's favor belongs to you. So that's our first hand. The Prince's favor has moved over to a player who has usurped it. The Sabat has claimed their first intrigue. The Camarilla has nothing yet, but the Camarilla players have a little bit of information to go on. This will carry on through the game until the Camarilla players achieve 10 praxis points, or until the Sabat achieves 3 intrigues that have failed. And that, pretty simply, is the Prince's Gambit. So we've played several turns. We have the Sabat with 2 intrigues, they only need 3. We have the Camarilla with 9 praxis points, they need 10, so this next is going to be a big hand. The Prince's favor has shifted hands here, by the way, so why don't you tell us what we're doing next?
So, since I do have the Prince's favor at this point, I think I'm going to
No, I'm not going to.
Go ahead and try.
I don't want to throw it away. I might need to use it for a special ability, a discipline.
We'll see. Well, at this point, I think I'm going to go for something a little bit more intellectual and go with the one fully on the right. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. And I think I'm going to take you with me. And against my better judgment, I think I'm taking the Toreador too.
All right, so who's giving our cards first?
You, my dear.
No cards given. All in. All right.
Cards given.
Very bold.
Go make her go home.
Really?
Stingy. He's always stingy.
It's their way. Alright, so we have a social trait.
Not good. -2.
We have a mental trait, +5.
All right, so that's 3.
We have another mental trait, +5.
All right, so that's 8. The difficulty is 8. So let's see what the rest of the cards hold.
Another mental trait.
3, that's 11.
Physical trait.
Subtracts 3, that's 8.
Another mental trait.
That's 2 for a total of 10.
And another social trait.
2, the social takes away from the mental, so it's 8. It's a difficulty 8, so the Camarilla takes this. The Camarilla has 11 praxis points. The Camarilla wins the game. So now, why don't you, Sabat, reveal yourselves? Yeah, all right, it was me.
As if there was ever a doubt.